everyone. Today in this class we are going to discuss about production system. In our previous class we have already discussed the basics of operation management. In this class we'll discuss about different production system. Let us start the class. Production system is a subsystem of manufacturing system. If you see, production system involves the input, the output, and it is the transformation process in between. We have already discussed in our previous class. The input we take as man, material, machine, capital, and what we do? We transform it to output. The output may be tangible or intangible, product or service. So, production system, we can say, is a subsystem of the manufacturing system. Types of production system. If we see, the production system is divided into two parts, majorly two parts. One is intermediate production system, second is continuous production system. Again, that intermediate types are like project production types, system, job production system, batch production system. Continuous production system is two types like mass production and process production. We'll discuss one by one very clearly. First, we'll discuss intermediate production system. Intermediate means there is a stop or halt or break in between the flow of the production. When we take a break or stop or halt in between the production system, then we call that is a intermediate production system. जो रुक के होता है, we take a break in between and then we start. Continuous production system is like we take the inputs and we go for producing the product without any stop, any halt or any break in between the process. So these two are very clear now. Intermediate is there is a break we need to take in between the process, and continuous means there is a continuous flow. There is no stop or no halt in between the production flow. Let us discuss what are the types. Types of production system. If you say intermediate production system, then that is project production flow, job production flow, batch production flow. If we say the continuous production system, it is mass production and process production. So we'll now discuss what is intermediate production system. Intermediate means we have already discussed there is a stop or halt or irregular breaks in the time interval. Any time interval we can take break, stop the process, then we start again. In the intermediate production system, goods and products are produced on the basis of customer order. When customer put the order to the company, company manufacture the product. So we can say it is based on the customer order. All the specifications given by the customer, the company try or the organization try to manufacture in the same way and give it to the customers. So it is based on the customer order. And here the varieties are more. Large varieties of the product are manufactured, and as this is we take a stop or halt in between the process, the variety of the product is more. There is more variety, and we can say variety of product is more and the volume is less. As the variety is more, lot of varieties we go on producing, so the volume of the product is low. And the system is very flexible when we go for some design change, some size change of the product, some specification or composition change of the product, then we go for this type of production system. We can take a good example here. We manufacture different size of shoe. Suppose the size of shoe is 5, we are manufacturing 10,000 units. So what we'll do? We'll in first batch, we'll manufacture 10,000 units of shoe of size 5, and after that we can go for manufacturing size 6, 7, 8 like this as per our requirement of the customers. So we take a stock, we change the size of the product, or we can go for design change, sometimes color change, sometimes also the quantity also changed, because every batch we go for producing according to the requirement of the customers. Features of an intermediate production system. If we see, the first one is flow production is not continuous. As we know, we take a break in between the process flow, so it is not continuous. So many variety, lot of variety of product is produced here. Volume of the production is low, less, very small, because variety is more. We go for producing many varieties, so that's why the volume is less. And here we go for general purpose machines, not standardized machines. These machines are not at all standardized for a single type of product. We can go for general purpose machines here. Sequence of operation change, here we take as per the design. The sequence of the machines, the sequence of the the sequence of the machines or the operation system we can change as per the design requirement of the product. Production depends on customer order. On customer order basis or customized products, normally we go for intermediate production system. So intermediate production helps us for customized products. Suppose I am going to a tailor. I am giving my specifications. This is my specification. The neck should be like this. The length of the dress should be like this. The hand should be full sleeve or half sleeve. According to my requirement, the tailor will stitch my dress and give it to me. So it is a customized one. So we can say this is a intermediate production system, because many people are going to that tailor. They are giving their specifications. According to each one specification, they try to stitch the dress. So we can say this is an intermediate production system. But if we will discuss about continuous after this. Yes, continuous production system. Continuous means something that operates constantly without any break or irregular halt or stop. Goods are produced here produced as per the customer demand. In anticipating the demand, on the basis of forecasting, we try to manufacture the product. Here we take the sales data of the previous record or previous years, and we estimate the demand for the future, and on the basis of that we go for manufacturing the product. So it is based on the demand forecasting or anticipating the demand of the customers. Goods are produced on large scale. Here we can say it is a mass production. In intermediate production, what happened? We go for more variety and the volume is less. But here the volume variety is very less or low, we can say. Variety is almost nil, but the volume of production is high. Goods are not produced on the basis of customer order. Normally, this type of production system is not based on customized products. The input and output are standardized. The quality label, the input of the materials, the material label, the human skill, the machines, everything here we take the standardized because we go for standardizing the product. So already everything decided. We'll take this type of input, these machines are going to work and we'll get this output. So here once the process is started means it will go on producing the product till the requirement, like what is our demand. So here we can take an example, like we can say if you take the example of cement industry, if you take the example of sugar industry, if you take the example of paper industry, they go for continuous production. What they do? They keep in the stock. They go on producing, keep it in the stock, and as for the demand requirement, they go for delivering the product. So continuous features of continuous production system, if we see, flow production is continuous, not intermittent. Products are standardized. Here the product is not customized. Products are standardized. Everything we have decided beforehand what will be the quality, what is the size of the product, how the product would look. Everything is standardized as we are manufacturing in a mass quantity. Products are produced as per the quality standard. Quality of the product is also decided beforehand. Products are produced in anticipation of the demand, like on the basis of the demand forecasting. Standardized routing sheets and schedules are prepared because everything is standardized here. We know what are the inputs we are taking, what are the machines we are going to work for us, what is the quality of the product, in what time we are going to deliver the product, what is the standard timeline, what is the quality label, how much quantity we are going to produce. These all things are very much decided before the production process starts. So what we'll do here, we'll go back to the slide. We'll discuss in detail what is project production flow. In case of intermediate production flow, we can say the types of intermediate are project production flow, job production flow, batch production flow. Project production flow, it's nothing but if the company is getting a big project, like one bridge we are going to make, or the road we are going to make, or any building we are going to make, that is a project for the company and it is a very specific one. For that project, they go for arranging the whole system, production system. So we can say when the project is come, we start the process, and when the project ends, then we stop the process. So it is a project production flow. It is based on a big project. And then the company will switch to some other project. So that is a project production flow. Job production flow for a particular job. Here what happens, the variety of the product may be more. So, and there is lot of like we can say, if someone is going to a furniture house and they are ordering some specifications, so specific chairs for the for them. So what happens in this case, suppose 5 or 6 chairs someone is ordering. So on the basis of that, the carpenter will do the product as per the specification of the customer, and they will manufacture the product and hand over to the customer. So in this case, what happens, the variety may be more, but and variety is more, but the production is very less, and for a specific customized some design that company is producing. Batch production, batch means in small batch we go for producing. Like batch production always happens in case of when we produce a variety and one batch will end, the next batch will start when there is a change of design, when there is a change of space. As I have already told you that if you are taking the shoe, different size of shoe we go for manufacturing. Suppose for one batch we go for producing the size of 5. In the next batch we go for producing the size of 7, 8, 9, like this as per the requirement of the customers. So every batch we go for producing some units of products as per the requirement of the customers. So that we can say batch production. Batch production flow normally we taking when there is a batch, like pharmaceutical company, they go for producing a different type of medicine, they go for batch production. Suppose we are stitching different size of shirt, so in one batch suppose 42 size we are manufacturing, some in the next batch we can go for 38 size, in the next batch we can go for some 44 size, like this we go for producing. So that is called a batch production. So continuous production system is also two types, like mass production and process production. This is more, first one is mass production. In mass production, what we do, we go for producing in a large volume. Here the variety is very, very less variety, almost nil we can say, and the production volume is very high. And all the machines here, the product here, the size of the product, the color of the product, the design of the product, everything is standardized. As for the specification, we go for, as for the product size, the standard, we go for producing the product. What happens here? Mass production always helps us in achieving the economies of scale. As we produce in large volume, the unit price of the product is very, very less. Normally food industry, fuel industry, we can say they go for mass production. Cement industry, that is sugar industry, we can go for, they are producing in a large volume, or we can say that is mass production. Process production is also a type of continuous production system. Here, what do? We go for more process oriented. We go for using more automated machines to make the production system the flexible one. As automated machines and as the production goes on, it is a continuous one. So more automated machines are used here to make the job easy, or the process of production easy. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please share with your friends and do subscribe the channel.